Have you ever found yourself entangled in a relationship with a narcissist only to be discarded mercilessly? Have you wondered why they vanished without explanation only to reappear as if nothing ever happened? Hoovering, a classic tactic of narcissists, pulls you into a maze of romance, leaving you trapped in a whirlwind of pain and emotional turmoil. But what happens when they don't hoover you back? Is it the end of all hope, or an opportunity to break free from this toxic love trap? In this video, we'll unravel the mystery behind the narcissist's hoovering trick, explore why they might not be hoovering you, and, more importantly, learn how to break free from their manipulative cycle to reclaim your peace and happiness. Let's embark on a journey to decode narcissism and liberate yourself together. They're busy with a new supply. There are many reasons why a narcissist doesn't hoover you back, and one of the main ones is that they've found a new, more appealing prey. You're no longer an exciting supply for them. Maybe you've grown too tired, too drained, or simply no longer have the energy to feed their insatiable ego. Or perhaps the narcissist has grown bored of you, much like a child discards an old toy. Narcissists are like butterflies, flitting from one flower to another, never truly stopping or being moved by any of them. Their hearts are hollow spaces, incapable of genuine emotion, so it's no surprise that they quickly hop from one relationship to the next. To a narcissist, everything has an expiration date. Their love is like fireworks, brilliant for a fleeting moment before fading away. They operate in repetitive cycles: idealization, devaluation, discard. By now, you're probably all too familiar with this vicious cycle. They follow the same predictable script: sweet love bombing, gradually devaluing their partner, coldly discarding them, and eventually throwing out insincere hoovering attempts. Every relationship with them is like a play performed over and over with the same worn-out script. They recycle the same sweet talk, hollow messages, dull dates, and overused seduction tricks. It's like entering a chain restaurant. No matter the location, the menu, decor, and even the uniforms are identical. A narcissist love bombs every new target in the same way. They crave admiration like a hungry bear before hibernation. So when they find a new supply, they dive in head first, reckless about the consequences. They'll erase you from their life as quickly as if you never existed, like a passing breeze that leaves no trace. I understand. Watching a narcissist leave you for someone new can make you yearn for their hoovering. It feels like a way to validate your worth, proving you've won over the other person. You want them to choose you, as if you're the upgraded version compared to the new partner. Ironically, this desire makes the narcissist even more attractive to you. It's like wanting an item even more because you see others coveting it. The more they replace you, the more drawn you feel. Deep down, this could stem from childhood wounds, times you had to compete for your parents' attention. Or perhaps you've been ensnared in the narcissist's triangulation game, where you're constantly pitted against others. You hope that after their experience with someone new, the narcissist will realize your worth and come back to you. You may even fear they'll change for the new person, and you'll be left with nothing. But the truth is, they don't change. They're simply repeating the same old play with a new actor. Don't let negative emotions and vague fears cloud your judgment. Recognize that you deserve genuine love, not the manipulative games of a narcissist. However, narcissists see love as a game they always need to win. If you dare to break the rules and leave them before they can tire of you, it delivers a significant blow to their inflated ego. This leads to another reason why they might not hoover you. They fear failure. How exactly does this fear manifest? Stay tuned for the next video. In the meantime, let me ask, have you ever been in a situation where you left a narcissist first? How did you feel at that moment? Did they try to use tricks to hoover you back? Share your thoughts in the comments below. You've hit their ego. A narcissist views love as a stage play where they are both the director and the star. They want to write the script, deciding when it begins and when it ends. Their goal is to drain every bit of essence from you before moving on to a new supply. But you dared to break that script. You didn't wait to be discarded. You chose to walk away on your own terms, leaving them stunned and humiliated. In their eyes, you became a rebel, someone bold enough to challenge their supreme authority. They never expected you to have the courage to do that. They thought they had tamed you, believing you would always orbit around them. But you proved them wrong. You won this game of love, leaving them with the bitter sting of defeat. Their ego has been deeply wounded. They can't accept the reality of being defeated. But this is the price they pay for their arrogance and delusions of power. Your decision to rise up and leave the relationship not only hurt the narcissist, but also instilled fear in them. In their narcissistic world, you were supposed to be a pawn, obediently serving and feeding their ego. They never imagined that you could flip the script, stand up for yourself and say no to their manipulation and control. By proving them wrong, you became a threat. You shattered their illusion of absolute power, forcing them to see that their toxic psychological tricks no longer work. You were no longer an easy supply, no longer the puppet they could control. In other words, you became useless in their eyes. You were no longer a valuable asset, no longer a toy they could play with. And this terrifies them because it means they've lost a precious supply, a loyal pawn. At that point, the play ends. They will vanish from your life without explanation, without remorse, as if you never existed. You've built an impenetrable wall that leaves them powerless. One critical reason why a narcissist's hoovering behavior might not happen is that you've actively created an environment where they can no longer infiltrate, a space where they can't reach or manipulate you anymore. By cutting off all forms of contact, blocking their phone number, email, social media, and even indirect channels through friends or family, you've constructed a strong protective barrier that the narcissist cannot penetrate. For someone accustomed to manipulation and control, this realization can be jarring. They may come to see that you are no longer the easy target you once were. Your firm boundaries and display of self-determination not only confuse them, but also make them realize that their usual attempts to hoover you back won't work. Additionally, narcissists are highly attuned to shifts in the balance of power within relationships. When they sense that you are no longer trapped in the emotional whirlwind they've created, they might decide that attempting to manipulate you again would be too much effort with too little payoff. This is especially true if you've exposed their true nature and are no longer deceived by their charm or familiar manipulative tactics. For a narcissist, rekindling a relationship with someone who has seen through their facade is not just challenging, it's risky. You've escaped their control, and now you pose a threat to their inflated ego. Engaging with you again could mean confronting their failure, something their fragile self-pimoi cannot handle. By building and maintaining your impenetrable wall, you've taken away their power, leaving them no choice but to retreat, powerless to affect you any longer. They silently perform a reverse Hoover on you. If hoovering is a direct and overt attempt to return, reverse hoovering is a subtler and more calculated game. The narcissist may disappear from your life, but it's not to leave for good. Instead, they hide in the shadows, quietly weaving a web of manipulation designed to ensure you can't forget their existence. They might drop hints through mutual friends, accidentally let information about their new life slip out, or post cryptic messages on social media. They'll tease you with glimpses of new adventures or sudden coincidental interests that align with yours, sparking curiosity, doubt, or even jealousy. Their goal isn't to re-establish contact, it's to draw your attention. They want you to reach out first, to beg for them to return. They aim to make you the puppet in their carefully orchestrated love game. To bait you, they may engage in ambiguous behaviors, such as accidentally liking an old post, watching your story, and then disappearing without a trace. These subtle actions plant seeds of doubt in your mind, making you question yourself and wonder, did I make a mistake? Should I reach out? On top of that, they skillfully twist the narrative, making you believe you were the one at fault. They play the role of the wounded victim, sharing emotional posts about heartbreak and pain that subtly imply you were the cause. They wait for you to take the bait, soften, and reach out to apologize. It's all part of a carefully crafted performance meant to manipulate your emotions and pull you back under their control. Don't let their crocodile tears and poor me act fool you. Recognize it for what it is. A psychological trap designed to keep you in their toxic cycle. Stay strong and don't fall for their tricks. The danger of letting them hoover you back. After being discarded by a narcissist, the longing for them to hoover you back is not just a natural response, but also a reflection of deep inner conflict. You may feel as though you've lost control, and subconsciously their return seems like a way to regain the upper hand in the relationship. When they come back, armed with sweet words, pleas, or even another round of love bombing, you might feel a sense of power. You can choose to make them wait, ignore them, or even get even by making them feel the helplessness you once endured. But will that truly bring the peace you're seeking? The anxiety and insecurity you feel often stem from a loss of control, something a narcissist is exceptionally skilled at exploiting. Their attempt to hoover you back, even if disingenuous, can offer temporary relief, like a fleeting sense of reclaiming lost power. Seeing them try to win you over might inflate your sense of self-worth, giving you a false impression of control over their emotions. However, in quiet moments, ask yourself, why do I crave this? Does it truly mean anything? Deep down, you might still hope for a happy ending, a future where everything is fixed and they finally see your true worth. You might believe that if you act differently, change yourself, or show them what they've lost, things could improve. But this is the trauma bond the narcissist has carefully cultivated, a vicious cycle of hurt and hope, making it incredibly hard to let go. They are adept at preying on your deepest desires for comfort, safety, and love, even if what they offer is nothing but an illusion. It's difficult to admit, but spending so much time thinking about them, checking their social media, or imagining a fairy tale reconciliation only prolongs your pain. While your rational mind knows that returning to them will lead to more heartbreak, your heart yearns for even fleeting reassurance. The narcissist knows this and will not hesitate to exploit your emotional vulnerability. They may convince you that things will change, that their love can heal, but the truth is, you're merely stepping back into an endless cycle of manipulation and harm. It's time to face the truth. Relationships often end for good reasons. No matter what you do or how much you change, you cannot turn a narcissist into a genuine partner who values and respects you. Instead, focus on healing yourself. Recognize that clinging to the past only distances you from finding real happiness, a happiness that isn't controlled by manipulation or domination. Face the truth with clarity. A relationship that has ended usually has a valid reason. No matter what you do or how much you change, you cannot turn a narcissist into a genuine partner who truly values and respects you. Instead, invest your time in healing yourself. Recognize that clinging to the past only distances you from the opportunity to find true happiness, a happiness free from manipulation and control. When you let go of the pain and unrealistic hopes, you will realize that true freedom doesn't come from their return, but from reclaiming your power and taking control of your own life. So, we've explored the meaning behind why a narcissist might not hoover you. It could be a sign of letting go, a waiting tactic, or simply that they've shifted their focus to a new target. Whatever the reason, the most important thing is to focus on yourself, healing, growing, and building a life free from their manipulation. Remember, their decision not to hoover you back is not a reflection of your worth. Don't let their behavior affect your confidence or happiness. You deserve a life of peace and respect. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content that supports your healing journey. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. See you in the next episode.